I was feeling them the other day. Not that I normally feel my nipples, but like, I was just like, why do they feel really dry? So it has been a minute since I've done a get ready with me, and mostly just because I'm so bad at multitasking. I filmed so many of these, but by the time I'm done, I have like a full talking video and just my foundation done. So I'm gonna try my very hardest to stay on task and also chat with you guys. I feel like I've been creating a lot of content that's like vlogs and travel and stuff, but not a whole lot of just being able to sit down and share with you like what's been going on. So obviously I am pregnant. It's pretty crazy. Like every single aspect of my body is changing. Right now I am at, what is it, like 15 weeks? I'm at 15 weeks. Basically, I am getting bigger. Like I am gaining weight and my hips are getting a lot wider. Like I definitely have a bump, but it's not like that like hard baby bump that you like know and feel, and it's like when you're in like your third trimester and it's like about to pop. So it's quite interesting because it's like people are like, I want to feel your bump, and they'll feel it and it's literally just like squishy because it's like my layer of fat. So right now I just feel like I'm gaining weight and I'm like really bloated all the time and I'm hungry all the time, and my skin has been quite interesting. It was a lot worse during the first trimester, so there were a lot of products, like a lot of skincare products that I couldn't use, but a couple that I have been using, mostly for hydration because my skin got really dry, also with the changing of seasons. Kiehl's avocado mask. This is major key. And then I just put this on. This is my like go-to moisturizer, but it's Calendula serum infused water cream. So nice. It's like, I really like creams that absorb pretty quickly into the skin, and it like has like a really nice dewy finish, which I really like, especially under makeup. For me, it was like the texture was so off. Like I could feel every single pore in my nose. You know, like when you scrape kind of your pores, not that it's a good thing to do, but I'll like scrape it because I tried to get them out and I couldn't, and it was just like white and it looks like dry skin. I don't really know how to explain it. If you've experienced it, then you know, but my texture was really, really poor. So I just had to do like a lot of exfoliating and a lot of hydrating, more than like ever before. But other than that, things that have been happening to my body that they don't tell you. Every pregnancy is different and every woman's pregnancy is different. So I was so nauseous that I couldn't get up, and I was so hungry that if I didn't eat, I would get more nauseous, but then once you eat, you're also nauseous. So it was just like this endless cycle. All of September and October, all I did was literally eat, sleep, and fart. Like that was it. Some people have really beautiful pregnancies where they don't really feel anything really changing with their body, but for me, it was kind of all at once, and it was not great. Something they didn't tell me that would happen was my nipples crusting. Okay, I'm sorry if this is TMI for you, but I think the people have to know, like everything in movies is lies. I was feeling them the other day. Not that I normally feel my nipples, but like, I was just like, why do they feel really dry? Like really, really, really dry. And then I don't know what it is about me and like trying to pick stuff that's dry, because it probably is not great for my skin. But I started picking at it and it was crusting off, but like, not in like a flaky way, kind of like balls. So it was like little balls. Very weird. I don't know. I looked it up and like apparently that's like early like milk crusting or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that has been interesting. Now more than ever, like I wish that I had had a little bit more of a balanced routine. I don't really have the energy and I don't really have the drive to work out. But I know that if I do, then it would really help my muscles and like my body with one, delivery, and also just recovery afterwards. But like I feel like my body is so sore all of the time, and that's only gonna get worse like the heavier that I get. I do need to really start working out regularly. We have a gym downstairs now, so I really have no excuse whatsoever. So obviously like pregnancy doesn't just affect you, it affects the people around you. For Dayon, I would say things that affect him the most are probably my mood swings. I would say they're less of swings and more like outbursts. I can feel it coming on. I can feel when I'm angry and when I'm like irritated with him, and instead of like a more, not that it was ever a slow buildup before, because when I get angry, like I usually just snap right then and there, but it's like an even quicker snap. But I do realize that I do get over it faster, I think, because I do kind of know that it is my hormones. Like, we're not arguing and having like actual big arguments and fights. It's more of just like my little outburst, and I think he's gotten used to them now. I don't know why I forgot about this, but in lieu of like body things, it has affected my fashion so profoundly. I realized that I didn't even change my shirt. Usually I like think about what I'm wearing before I film, but I didn't even think to do that today because I literally wear the same thing pretty much every single day. It's definitely been a challenge because like, even though I have like looser clothes that I would love to wear, I think a lot of those things are not super warm, and like all the loose materials that I have are really thin and like breathable and airy, and it's so cold outside. And so it's been definitely a challenge to try to find things that are bigger, because like during the winter you usually wear things that are a little bit tighter or snug so that like your body is warm. Even if I like have an idea for a cute outfit, like I won't put it on because I would rather just wear my sweats because I know that it will expand with my body as I eat. Oh, also, I don't know if you noticed this, but this really bothers Dayon. I like burned my forehead the other day when I was curling my hair, and he like thinks it hurts, but it doesn't hurt at all. But anyways, that's what that's from. Even though you can buy maternity clothes, I don't feel like it's worth it for me. It's for like one season of your life, and like maybe, you know, like if I have like kids again in the future, then yeah, I would use it again in the future. But I have so much clothes already that I can't justify buying like other clothes that are gonna fit me for like a couple months. So I would rather just hermit away in my house and wear my big t-shirts and all of Dayon's pants. Also, something that I've been doing recently is applying applying cream blush with a brush. And I was really scared to do this. I've seen people do it before, but I don't know, just something about like cream, I'm like, oh, it's gonna pick up too much, it's gonna be too dark. It doesn't pick up that much. You just like dab it. I like dabbed it twice, and then you just like slowly swirl it in, and it's like, I find that it's just like the most beautiful brush of blush. Let's see, what else do people not tell you about being pregnant? I mean, I feel like you could probably assume this, but people like telling you what to do constantly, which I appreciate. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I didn't know, and so I think it's like really informative to like hear other people's experiences. But I feel like sometimes people cross into that territory of holier than thou, I know what I'm talking about and you should definitely listen to me, instead of like, hey, this was my experience and like do with this what you will. And then like when people tell you things as if like I didn't research that and find that out for myself, like I really hate unsolicited advice, and so I'm gonna just have to gear up for it, because I feel like that's what the parenting world is, especially with like social media and the internet, is that everybody wants to share everything. What a lot of people have been telling me is that you should just trust yourself, which I think is like really great advice, because no one really knows what they're doing or how to do anything properly. There's no proper way to do anything. So I think like whatever works for you and like your partner, if you're raising your child with your partner, then that's amazing. Okay, so this part, I'm gonna try to keep talking through this, but I'm telling you right now, it's very hard to concentrate while I'm doing this. Maybe I'll just talk about what I'm doing, but I have been doing this look quite a few times actually, but it's just like super easy to do, and I really like how bold it looks. This is gonna look pretty jank right now, but just, oh, actually, you know what? That's like not the worst. And I love contrasting colors, so blue with my orange hair, which is actually fading into like a brown, but blue with orange is superb. So obviously you can see that like it's not super clean. I mean, from far away, like it looks good, but we're gonna clean it up. And I wish that I had like the pointed Q-tip, not fluffy like this, but I don't. So I basically just twist it down, lick the end of it, or you can wet it if you don't want to put your saliva on your face, but it's your saliva, so you might as well. And then you clean it up. Oh, and usually I wet one end and then I keep the other end dry, and then that way you kind of like can clean it up better. And then also if you do like do a bit more of a boo-boo, then you can take concealer and then clean up the ends as well, but I am usually too lazy for that. But you can do that, and that is the point. So once you've cleaned up all the lines, then basically I like to just go again and go over it to make sure it's super, super opaque. I don't have a color that's super similar to it. The best that I can do is this one. So that's okay, because it doesn't need to be exactly the same, but I'm just gonna dab a little bit on the center, and it adds like a bit of dimension. But I find that it tends to move a little bit, but if you pack eyeshadow on top of it, then it stays a lot better throughout the day. So that is your really quick and easy electric blue eyeliner, which weirdly enough has made its way into like my everyday routine. Like I do this look maybe like, well, I mean, I do my makeup maybe twice a week. So on the other day where I'm not doing like a brown look. So we've decided that we're gonna put the crib in our room. I mean, growing up, me and Dan both, neither of us had our own room. B, when did you have your own room?
I don't know, I was quite old. I think maybe 10 or 12.
Really? I think I was like in fourth or like fifth grade. We grew up in a studio apartment in the Tenderloin in San Francisco, and when I was in second grade, we went to Toronto to visit some family, but it was just me, my brother, and my mom. And then when we came back, my dad had built us a bunk bed in the closet, and he painted it cow print, and it was amazing. Like, it was so cool, because before that we were sleeping like all like, you know, like it's a studio apartment, so we were like all sleeping either on the same mattress when we were younger, and then like we got like little twin mattresses for the floor when we were like a little bit older. And then yeah, my dad made a bunk bed, which is like pretty crazy. So it's like really not necessary in our experience for like a child to have their own room, especially at like such a young age. And I actually really, really loved growing up the way that we did, because when I was growing up, like that was all I knew. And I didn't know that people had their own rooms. I didn't know that people had like 3-bedroom houses, you know? Like, I feel like it brought our family a lot closer growing up in such close proximity to each other. And then when the child is old enough, then we'll move into a bigger place. I will never give up having an office now that I've had one, just because I know the value of it, and it's really helped with my work-life balance. Before, when I was just working out of like our living room or our bedroom, like it was just really, really stressful, and like that crossover between your life and your work is really hard. I mean, it's hard with social media, period, when social media is your job, but it was really, really, really hard then. And so I will never give up having an office. So we are almost done. I was gonna put on lashes because I was like, we're doing a video, why not? But realistically, I don't wear lashes on a day-to-day basis. Instead, we're just gonna do my mascara, and this has been my go-to. My lashes are basically non-existent. They are very, very, very short, but I found that this one does a really good job of, one, lengthening it, but also like giving it some volume in the lash line, because my lashes are really short, but there's also very little of them. I definitely used to wear makeup every single day, like when I was in high school and like my first 2 years of college. And as I've gotten older, I just don't have the patience to do it. And I mean, it's good and it's bad, because like I'm a lot more confident in my skin to just like not wear makeup, and I take a lot better care of my skin, and so it looks better even if I don't wear any. So I like just don't have the patience sometimes. But then I do my makeup like today, and I'm like, wow, you are so beautiful. Like, you should really do makeup more often. So instead of putting on a lipstick, I'm just gonna reapply what I put on earlier, and it's just like a little tinted butter stick, little chapstick. So I hope that you enjoyed getting ready with me today. I had a lot of fun. I realized that I haven't really talked a whole lot, even with people in my life, about the way that pregnancy has affected me. And I am beyond happy to be going through this journey. And it's been so interesting just learning so much about myself and about my body. Yeah, it's just been like a really, really crazy journey. So please don't take this video as like I'm just bitching about being pregnant, because there are things that do really suck about it. But it's a crazy, crazy, crazy thing that's happening in my body right now, and I want to enjoy every moment of it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed getting ready with me today. I hope this was somewhat entertaining for you. But make sure you follow me at YourGirlNeens on Instagram, and make sure you subscribe. Comment down below something that's making you happy. I have no idea, but have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah.